Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson is presented by Actistat, Medina Springs, Ashford Stud, Bloodstock Research, Castleton Lions, Claiborne Farm, Dock Lanes Veterinary Pharmacy, Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association, Keeneland, Malone's, New York Thoroughbred Breeding and Development Fund, OCD Pellets, Old Colony Insurance Services, Paul Miller Ford, Pin Oak Stud, Quillen Leather and Tack, Shadwell Farm, Spendthrift Farm, Three Chimneys Farm, and Windstar Farm.
Hello everyone and welcome to Thoroughbred Week, featuring a three-time winner of the Grade 1 Santa Anita Handicap, along with three-year-old classic prospects in the Grade 2 San Felipe Stakes and the Grade 2 Tampa Bay Derby. We begin with sprinters at Santa Anita and the Grade 2 San Carlos Stakes. Shaking it up, the 7-5 favorite, Trevor Denman has the call.
They head past the half-mile pole and Cyclometer goes on to lead them with Big Mocker right there in second. Wild Dude is now in third. Let's Get Cracking has to go 4 wide, but right there, Clubhouse Ride down at the rail. Here's Shaking It Up in the red colours, only 3 lengths off these leaders, alongside Ready for More. On the far side, Midnight Transfer making a run, and Z Watt is winding up from behind. Sahara Sky last, but only 7 covers them all. At the top of the lane now, and taking the advantage here, we have Z Watt towards the center of the track. Big Mocker is in there. Wall Horses, Clubhouse Ride, Midnight Transfer on the outside. Wild Dude, Clubhouse Ride, Big Mocker along the inside. Sahara Sky out of nowhere. Sahara Sky like a rocket. Sahara Sky to get up. Sahara Sky out of nowhere to win it.
3-1 second choice Sahara Sky closes strongly to defeat Big Mocker by half a length to repeat as winner of the San Carlos. Joel Rosario up in 120-4. Sahara Sky capped off last season with a victory in the Grade 1 Metropolitan Handicap. But in his seasonal debut, he finished last of 5 in the Grade 2 Palos Verdes Stakes. The 6-year-old horse by Pleasant Tap was acquired privately by trainer Jerry Hollendorfer and Kim Lloyd Sweetwater stable after he won his first start. This victory put Sahara Sky over $1 million in career earnings. Grade 1 winning millionaire Sahara Sky was bred in Florida by Martin Stables Incorporated. Florida breds, race him or chase him. Next, the Grade 2 Gulfstream Park Handicap. Palos Malice, the 6-5 favorite. Larry Comas has the call.
Falling Sky under early pressure from It's My Lucky Day, Senor Quisqueano, and Palace Malice on the far outside. Uncaptured's going to take out of there and sit back in 5th. Golden Ticket and Narvaez, and they went a half mile into the far turn in 45 and 2. And it is Falling Sky, It's My Lucky Day, and Palace Malice, and they're across the track in the Gulfstream Park Handicap. Uncaptured is 2 lengths off of them. Golden Ticket is getting going from 5th. Then Senor Quisqueano and Narvaez. It is Palace Malice the leader. It's My Lucky Day. Uncaptured. Falling Sky has given way. Golden Ticket's in with a shot. He comes up on the far outside. And Uncaptured has taken the lead. Uncaptured and Luis Contreras in front with a furlong to run. Palace Malice fights on from the inside. Golden Ticket's on the far outside. Uncaptured. Golden Ticket. Palace Malice battles on. They're at the wire. Palace Malice has done it.
Palace Malice fights back to defeat Golden Ticket by a head for a 1-2 finish by Keeneland 2-year-old sale graduates. John Velasquez aboard in 133-4. The 2013 Belmont Stakes winner making his first start since finishing 6th in the Breeders' Cup Classic. The 4-year-old colt by Curlin was bred in Kentucky by W.S. Farish and originally sold for $25,000 at the Keeneland September yearling sale. Trained by Todd Pletcher, Palace Malice has banked $1.6 million for Dogwood Stable. The colt was consigned by Niall Brennan Stables to the 2012 Keeneland April 2-year-old sale, where he was purchased by Dogwood Stable for $200,000 after this 8th-mile breeze in 10-1. Classic winning millionaire Palace Malice, the Keeneland Sales Graduate of the Week. Palace Malice paid $460 to win and is the Malone's favorite of the week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. Watch Thoroughbred Week replays online at tbredweek.com. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 1 Frankie Kilroe Mile just ahead in this segment. To Tampa Bay Downs for turf fillies and mares in the Grade 3 Hillsborough Stakes. Riposte, the 6-5 favorite. Richard Grunder picks up the call.
They leave the half-mile marker, and Donna's Fly Girl and Mike Allen trying to steal it. Cloudscapes up on the outside second. Watery Run toward the rail third. There goes Gulseri. Angled to the outside by Javier Castellano, and she's kicking in fourth. 2.5 lengths farther back. Repost is now underway fifth. EB Rider on the outside sixth as they turn for home and they cut for the finish. Up on the outside, Gulseri and Cloudscapes. Down along the inner rail, Watery Run battles back. Inside the final furlong, here's Watery Run and Jose Lascano. Cloudscapes on the outside. Watery Run is still there. Cloudscapes will be lunging late. Wow, those two are very, very tight.
Cloudscapes fights back to take the photo by a nose over Waterway Run. Eric Rodriguez, the winning jockey, in 151-2. That's 3 consecutive wins over the course for Cloudscapes, who was last seen taking the Grade 3 Endeavor Stakes. The 5-year-old mare by Smart Strike was bred in Kentucky by her owner, Pin Oak Stud. The first of 2 graded stakes winners on the card for Graham Motion, Cloudscapes has earned nearly $263,000. Eric Rodriguez with the Safe Ride of the Week, presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle. Time for the Built Ford Tough Race of the Week, presented by Paul Miller Ford. Built Ford Tough for over 60 years. To Santa Anita for the Grade 1 Frankie Kilroe Mile on turf. ZA Approval, the 9-5 favorite. Once again, here's Trevor Denman.
They've run past the half-mile pole, still Winning Prize the leader, getting early pressure though from Tom's Tribute. On the far side, Regally Ready, Lochtie's tucked in fourth. Silentio is in fifth. Suggestive Boy is now 5 off the leaders. Inside of that, ZA Approval. Lakerville now has 8 to make up, and then Optimizer. Coming to the top of the lane, and Lochte has room at the rail, and Lochte comes to take on Winning Prize as they turn for home. Regally Ready behind that. Tom's Tribute's faded out of it. Suggestive Boy running on in the centre. Homeward bound, and Winning Prize finds more. Winning Prize holding Lochte at bay. ZA Approval and Suggestive Boy are finishing late, but it's Winning Prize in full flight for the wire, and Winning Prize will win it. Winning Prize and Cory Nakatani have won the Frank Kilroe.
Winning Prize, the front running winner by half a length over Lochte, while getting 5 pounds from the runner-up, Cory Nakatani up the mile in 132-2. A 3-time Group 1 winner in his homeland, the Neil Drysdale trainee adds a Grade 1 stakes victory in the U.S. to his resume. The Argentine-bred 5-year-old horse by Pure Prize was last seen taking the Grade 2 Arcadia Stakes over the course and trip. David Hirensberger owns the winner, along with Jose Nelson. Winning Prize has earned $610,000. The Spendthrift Farm Breed Secure Stallion of the Week is Tisway, one of the fastest milers of all time, and Tisnell's fastest son at stud. Spendthrift's Breed Secure program. If you don't profit, you don't pay. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with 3-year-old classic prospects coming up in this segment. 3-year-old stakes action is presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. 3-year-old turf fillies in the Grade 3 Florida Oaks. Testa Rossi, the even money favorite. Richard Grunder has the call.
They continue their journey up the backstretch. Easton Ford has the lead and now bumps the margin to 2. Spangled Banner is racing along second. 2 lengths farther back, Jerry Love is down along the inner rail. Now racing along third. Up on the outside, Miss Bessalou is now fourth. The length now farther back. Kid and Caboodle is down along the inner rail and needs racing room fifth with a 1/4 mile still to run. Easton Ford is trying to pull the upset. Up on the outside, Spangled Banner now runs at the leader second. Testa Rossi up on the outside, swings to the center of the racetrack, now to be third. Babes Ruler on the far outside, now racing along fourth with a furlong still to run. Easton Ford is toward the rail, and here she is, Testa Rossi, and Jose Lascano powers by the field, and she's the class of this bunch. Testa Rossi going away impressively by 3.
Testa Rossi draws off to take her 3-year-old debut officially by 3.5 lengths over Easton Ford. Jose Lascano up in 143-2. Winner of 3 of her first 5 starts in France, Testa Rossi captured the Grade 3 Miss Griot Stakes in her stateside debut for trainer Chad Brown. The French-bred filly by Dr. Fong making her first start since finishing second in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf. Testa Rossi has earned $445,000. The winner is owned by James Cavallo, Thomas Coleman, and Don Henny Racing Stable. To Oaklawn Park for the Grade 3 Honeybee Stakes. Undefeated Terrace, the 9-5 favorite. Frank Miramati has the call.
It is Terrace and Sugar Shock. They've been 1-2. Sugar Shock makes her move on the outside and puts the nose in front, 3/16 from home, and quickly opens a length on Terrace. Euphrosyne is chasing gamely from third. Then comes Kiss Moon in fourth. And Please Explain is rallying from behind. Final furlong, Sugar Shock. Euphrosyne's coming very quickly. Sugar Shock's all over the track. Euphrosyne had to alter course. And Please Explain is motoring up the inside. Sugar Shock, Euphrosyne or Sugar Shock. Sugar Shock will finish first.
It was Sugar Shock and Channing Hill first under the wire by a neck over Euphrosyne, but for lugging out and impending Euphrosyne in the final 16th, Sugar Shock was disqualified to second. Euphrosyne ridden by Ricardo Santana Jr. Please Explain third for a sweep by Keeneland Sales graduates. Time of the race 1:45.3. After finishing second in her first start for Tom Berry and trainer Eddie Keneally, Euphrosyne was acquired privately by her current owners and transferred to Steve Asmussen. An impressive maiden winner at Fairgrounds in her seasonal debut, she was coming off a runner-up effort in the Martha Washington Stakes over the track. The filly by Harlan's Holiday was bred in Kentucky by Windstar Farm. First or second in all 6 starts, Euphrosyne has earned $166,000 for Gillian Campbell and Partners.
Equinice, Grade 1 winning cold therapy compression bandages, suited for pre-race and post-race therapy. Draws heat away from the affected surface while cooling the treated area by as much as 15 degrees.
To Santa Anita for the Grade 2 San Felipe Stakes. California Chrome, the 7-5 favorite. Once again, here's Trevor Denman.
They run past a half-mile pole and California Chrome in front 3 parts of a length to Midnight Hawk. They still well clear. They've opened up 4.5 lengths on School of Hard Rocks. Unstoppable Colby between them and Sawyer's Hill at the rail. Christo is now a good 8 lengths off the leaders, starting a run on the far side, and Recanted is still last. They've run past the 3/8 pole and it's still California Chrome and Midnight Hawk stride for stride. It's 4 lengths back to School of Hard Rocks and then Christo. They're at the top of the lane and California Chrome now kicks for home, and California Chrome opens up to lead by 2.5. Midnight Hawk battling in second, but it's all California Chrome as they come for home. They would need to sprout wings to get to California Chrome. Absolutely romping in under Victor Espinosa. San Felipe was a walkover for California Chrome.
California Chrome draws off to defeat Midnight Hawk by a widening 7 1/4 lengths. Victor Espinosa, the winning jockey, in 1:40.2. The Art Sherman trainee concluded his 2-year-old campaign with a victory in the King Gloria Stakes at Hollywood Park. And in his 3-year-old debut, California Chrome rolled to a 5.5 length victory over Tamarando in the California Cup Derby. The colt by Lucky Pulpit was bred in California by his owners, Martin Perry and Steve Coburn. California Chrome has earned nearly $535,000. American Produce Records is now available online. Visit brisnet.com/APR for unlimited access to the pedigrees of more than 3 million thoroughbreds for just $275 a year, now including SAR stats. Next, the Grade 2 Tampa Bay Derby. Conquest Titan, a 5-2 favorite. Once again, here's Richard Grunder.
To the far turn they go, and Ring Weekend and Daniel Centeno have suddenly opened up 8 lengths on the field. Surfing USA on the outside second. Vincent Ramos is down along the inner rail third. From the outside, Cousin Stephen is now set down for the drive fourth as they approach the quarter-mile pole. Ring Weekend at 14-1 is trying to steal away. He's still clear by 5. Surfing USA is now set down for the drive second. Vincent Ramos is down along the inner rail third, and here comes High Kodiak Warrior, and Lias needs racing room as they're into the stretch. Ring Weekend, Vincent Ramos is in full stride under the left-hand whip and now running at the leader, but they still have to run down. Ring Weekend, and Ring Weekend will pull the upset. Ring Weekend and 5-time leading jockey at Tampa Bay Downs, Daniel Centeno, will score on the wire by 3.
14-1 long shot Ring Weekend, the front running winner by 3 lengths over Vincent Ramos for a 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sales graduates. Daniel Centeno up in 1:43.3. The Graham Motion trainee stepping up to Graded Stakes Company after breaking his maiden at Gulfstream Park in his latest. The gelding by Tappet was bred in Kentucky by Gainesway Thoroughbreds and was a $310,000 Keeneland September yearling. Ring Weekend has earned $255,000 for St. Elias Stable and West Point Thoroughbreds. Coming up, a 3-time winner of the Big Cap. Time now for the feature race of the week presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. It's the 77th running of the Big Cap, the Grade 1 Santa Anita Handicap. Breeders' Cup Classic winner Mucho Macho Man, the 6-5 favorite. Here's the call by Trevor Denman.
Feel for the Santa Anita Handicap, sent on their way to a good beginning. On the inside, Mucho Macho Man broke beautifully, but so did Game On Dude. So Game On Dude will go on to lead them early. Mucho Macho Man taken back into second. Here the Ghost on the outside. Will Take Charge is settled into the 4th spot, 4 lengths off the leaders. Then there's another gap of 4 back to Imperative. American Blend, Bling goes inside of that. And Rousing Sermon, the early trailer, gives them 10 lengths start. Into the turn they go, and Game On Dude out where he likes to be, showing the way. Game On Dude by a length now. Here the Ghost went a little wide into the turn, but is right there in second. 2 lengths back to Mucho Macho Man, a very comfortable third. He's 4 lengths off the leader. Just in behind that comes Will Take Charge, who's now getting a little closer to Mucho Macho Man as they move on to the back stretch. A gap of 4 back to Imperative, then American Blend. Blingo's still a good 8 lengths off the leaders, and 2 more to Rousing Sermon. They head to the half mile in the Big Cap, and it is Mike Smith and Game On Dude, 1.5 lengths, but Mucho Macho Man moving in early today. Mucho Macho Man goes to take on Game On Dude, and Will Take Charge on the far side. This is the race we've been waiting for. The 3 stars line up as they pass to 3/8. Game On Dude goes on with it. Game On Dude's finding more. Mucho Macho Man Will Take Charge on the far side. Imperative running on 4th. Heads a turn for home in the big one. Game On Dude goes on for home. Game On Dude the leader. Will Take Charge. Mucho Macho Man's done. He can find no more. Game On Dude the leader. Will Take Charge chasing. Game On Dude leads them. Game On Dude gonna write his way into the history books. Game On Dude and Mike Smith have won the Santa Anita Handicap.
Game On Dude by Adena Spring Stag and Awesome Again runs into the record books, winning the Big Cap for the 3rd consecutive year. Will Take Charge 2nd and Blingo 3rd for a sweep by Keeneland Sales graduates. Stakes record time of 1:58 flat, a 1:08 for speed rating. The Bob Baffert trainee getting back to his winning form after losing his last 3 starts. The 7-year-old gelding records the 14th Graded Stakes victory of his career. The winner was bred in Kentucky by Adena Springs. He was acquired by his current owners as a 3-year-old. Game On Dude has won 16 of 31 starts and has banked just over $6.1 million. The winner is owned by Diamond Pride, Lanny Family Trust, Mercedes Stable, and Bernie Schappa. We'll have fillies and mares at Santa Anita and the Grade 1 Santa Margarita Handicap, along with 3-year-olds at Oaklawn Park and the Grade 2 Rebel Stakes, plus stakes action from Aqueduct, Fairgrounds, and Gulfstream Park next week here on Thoroughbred Week.
Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson has been presented by Actistat, Adena Springs, Ashford Stud, Bloodstock Research, Castleton Lions, Claiborne Farm, Dock Lanes Veterinary Pharmacy, Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association, Keeneland, Malone's, New York Thoroughbred Breeding and Development Fund, OCD Pellets, Old Colony Insurance Services, Paul Miller Ford, Pin Oak Stud, Quillen Leather and Tack, Shadwell Farm, Spendthrift Farm, Three Chimneys Farm, and Windstar Farm. Online at tbreadweek.com.